I want to first thank Broadbent's BC Director, Mira Orek, for asking me to address you today. Mira and I worked together some years ago on a national campaign to integrate gender and immigration policy, and she is, as you know in Vancouver, a force to be reckoned with. It is truly an honor to be with you today. If I weren't in the midst of my own campaign for the United States Congress, I would be there in person. I want to congratulate you for bringing together top leaders, organizers, policymakers from the region, gathered together to talk about how to move progressive policy in British Columbia. The truth is that no progressive policy change happens without building a strong and diverse coalition that can plan and organize together towards that policy change. That has been my own experience. I came to the United States when I was 16 years old by myself. My parents took all the money they had, it was about $5,000 in their bank account, and they used all of it to send me here by myself because they believed that this was the place that I was going to get the best education and have the brightest future. And it is really that opportunity that I got that has led me to spend the last 25 years of my life fighting to ensure that other people have opportunity. Most of that time that I've been working has been as an organizer for justice, organizing tens of thousands of immigrants and allies across our state and country for comprehensive immigration reform that would bring 11 million people out of the shadows and reunite all of our families. We organized alongside labor unions and faith organizations on the picket lines and at the negotiating tables to ensure that workers across our region were getting a fair shake in our economy. And I was so proud to be a part of the committee that raised the minimum wage to $15 here in Seattle, as well as to be a leader on passing paid safe and sick days here in Seattle. During the course of my work trying to get policymakers to do the right thing, I realized that people in power tend to listen to two things: money and votes. We didn't have any money, so I decided that we needed to organize around votes. I went on to organize the largest voter registration drive in the history of the state, registering over 23,000 new American citizens to vote. And that absolutely changed the playing field and allowed us to have more power to pass progressive change here in the state. I never actually thought that I would run for office, but after 25 years of trying to get other policymakers to do the things that we thought should happen, I decided that it was time for those of us who come from the movement to run for office ourselves and try to get things done from the inside. Instead of ceding that ground of elected office to others, we need to get in there and actually use it as a space for more organizing, on the inside and the outside. Now more than ever, I believe we need more people of principle in power, people who understand that we need to build a movement for change and use elected office to build that movement. It is this message that we can make transformative change as progressives when we are elected to office that I want to emphasize today to those of you, whether civil society leaders, activists, labor union representatives, or policymakers. We need movement builders who understand that our role as elected officials is not only to pass good legislation or stop bad policy, but to actually be the bridge between government and the people, to remind people that we represent them, and to help inspire hope, trust, and a new generation of activism. Around the world, we know that we have a lot to do to ensure that working people are represented. Our system here in the United States, and perhaps yours too, is rigged for corporations and the wealthy who have far too much power because of money in politics and because their power is rooted in trying to convince us that we must tear each other down. Our theory is different. Our theory is very simple, that we are all better off when we're all better off. That the time has come to raise the minimum wage for all people, to ensure that the wealthiest individuals and corporations pay their fair share, to ensure that young people have access to higher education and opportunity without taking on mountains of debt, to ensure that our seniors can retire after a lifetime of working contributions, and to take on the biggest fossil fuel companies who are blocking progress on climate justice. I know that British Columbia is struggling now with an affordable housing crisis. that it suffers the highest levels of income inequality and child poverty in Canada, and that the government has simply failed to act on childcare or a minimum wage, pricing working people out of their cities. But I also understand that there is a chance to elect progressives to government, progressives who will bring in affordable childcare and a $15 minimum wage in British Columbia. Childcare and a living wage can do so much to close the opportunity gap for our kids, for our families, and for all people. Yes, it's a tough fight, but it is absolutely a fight that we can win. We cannot settle for being on the defense. This is true in Washington State, and I'm sure it's true in British Columbia. We have to organize on the inside and the outside to work for positive, effective change. You are all gathered in Vancouver, different sections of British Columbia's progressive movement, because you understand the importance of working together to affect change. Our winning formula is hard-working, decent people who are willing to think critically, raise their voices, and speak out, to build a movement and to stand for core principles and work for real changes that benefit the common good. We need good, strong progressives from the movement to run for office, but in order for them to win, it is up to all of us to organize and to vote. That's how we won our primary campaign, and that's how we're going to win our general election in November. We had over 1,000 volunteers working on this campaign, many of whom had never participated in politics before, but saw a chance to make a difference and to have their voices represented. Young people, women, people of color, workers, people of many faiths, a movement of many colors, many genders, many ages, many incomes, all fighting to bring about the kind of change that reminds us that we are in this together, that our region, our country, our world rises and falls based on our standing together for fairness, on equity, on our putting our hands on that moral arc of the universe to bend it more quickly towards justice. I say all the time that my campaign is not about electing me, it is about electing we, the we that works together for building the movement that we need, powered by the grassroots and the energy of working people. We are the ones we've been waiting for. British Columbia is lucky to have you all in the room to make change happen that benefits everyone. I know that the people gathered in this room for this conference are those people that you have been waiting for. I know that you will use the power of your ability to build coalitions to make sure strong progressives run for office and win. I know that you will do everything you can to organize a movement that ensures that everyone votes and brings your voices to your democracy. And I know that in the end, British Columbia and the world will be better for your march on that road to justice. We stand in solidarity with you here, and we are proud to be your neighbor from the South, taking inspiration and sharing experiences together. Good luck and have a wonderful conference.